back with the next episode of One Hit Wonders, shows that maybe only lasted half a season or one season. They had great potential, should have kept going, but for whatever reason they were not. The first week we did the CBS Pirate Master, and I said this was 2011, and it's actually 2013. This put out by ABC. It is the fantastic show Whodunnit. It also only lasted one season. This had 9 episodes, 13 guests, and Giles the butler, who we will hear from in a minute. But this show, we went first episode all the way to the last episode. Each week we would try and solve who murdered the victim, who did it, who was going to win. Just on and on. Just great episodes, especially if you're a mystery, crime buff. I can think of a great show right now, Only Murders in the Building, which I did see the first season. You know, stuff like that. Clue the movie. There's great mystery movies, great mystery TV shows, but nobody really had done a reality show in the murder mystery whodunit kind of sphere. There, you know, and same with Pirate Master. Nobody had done a show about pirates and like getting treasure. So these maybe not, it didn't land with the general audience. People weren't coming back to watch it. But these were very creative and interesting game shows, if you will, reality shows. And actually, I just found out that one of the creator of CSI helped with this show, I believe. So that is cool to think about, even though it was ABC and CSI's CBS. That is cool to think about. We'll get into the plot and the people in a minute, but we'll cut to Giles, who has like a promo video for us to watch. Then we'll go to an episode where we get introduced to the cast.
My name is Giles, and I'm the butler for this estate. 13 strangers will be arriving here to play a game.
I sell frozen food. A head football coach.
A former Miss Nevada. Let's have a lot of fun.
Cheers.
But what they don't know is the game is murder.
Sunday.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It has begun. The death of your compatriot was no accident.
Somebody here is a murderer.
The creator of CSI.
Stay back.
Presents a murder mystery competition.
Where's everybody? Hello?
Get a clue.
Your job to discover the killer.
Solve the crime.
This was no accident.
I'm on to you.
Or face the ultimate elimination.
The killer is among us.
Walk away.
I don't trust any of you. I'm not the killer. Or am I?
Dinner is served.
Whodunnit. Series premiere Sunday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
For a $250,000 reward, and because of my background, I have a degree in criminology, I'm positive that I'm going to win this thing.
You kind of look like you could work for a law enforcement agency as an investigator.
I sell frozen food.
No way, really?
So what do you do?
I'm a head football coach at a local high school.
Oh, very nice. Very cool.
Tell us you used to be a detective or something in past life.
Of course he was. Of course you were.
You might want to check into that store.
I'm a retired LAPD detective. I don't want anyone to know that. I want them all to think that I'm one of them.
I would have guessed private eye.
Right. I am struck by just the range of people. Everybody seems so different.
I'm Ulysses. I'm an attorney.
I'm a former Miss Nevada.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a flight attendant.
Please sit.
We've got Mom from the the South. We've got a lawyer from New York. We've got a cop from California who's telling everybody he's a football coach.
Dante, what do you do? Where are you from?
I'm from around here. I write a little bit. Yeah. Literally, I am a writer. I write reports. I write Facebook posts. I write Twitter posts. So it's not really a lie.
I was a Rams cheerleader.
What about a cheer? Can we at least get a cheer?
Okay, I've got the comms. Yay! Okay.
Let's cheers and like chug or something.
All right, guys. To all of us who are part of a new adventure, let's have a lot of fun.
I'm meeting people, hearing their names. It's in one ear, out the other. Right now, there's one thing on my mind, and it's what's the game? What am I here for?
Each episode, at least one guest is murdered, and that's air quotes, obviously staged, by the killer, either while the victim is alone or through prearranged circumstance, while remaining guests are congregated as to avoid revealing their identity. After the shock of events, Giles offers the remaining guests the opportunity to search one of three areas, usually the crime scene, the last known whereabouts, or the morgue containing the victim's body, to discover clues about how the murder was carried out. Guests are free to select which area to search, though they are allowed access to only one area with a limited amount of time and are confined to the bounds set by production, sometimes marked off with police tape. Guests then participate in a riddle challenge that leads them in a competitive search through the mansion. The guest who is able to complete the challenge receives an additional clue that may greatly help in solving how the murder was committed. Guests are given limited opportunities to congregate where they can share, withhold, or lie about whatever information they found from their investigations and riddle challenges. At all other times, guests are isolated from each other. On the show, this led to the two informal teams that tried to assure information was withheld from the other team in an attempt to assure their own team's advancement to the next round. Though the murder and riddle challenges are presented as having been masterminded by the killer, in reality the guest playing the killer is unaware of upcoming deaths and challenges as their guest has not given them any information from production about the larger social game. Later, guests are individually taken to the mansion library where in monologue they describe to the unseen killer how they believe the murder took place and make an assumption as to who the murderer is. Similar to the mole, the accuracy of their theories. The quiz consists in the mole, the quiz consists of 12 to short answer questions about the show. This has a same kind of short answer questions. The only difference is that was taken on a laptop. This is like a monologue where they talk about the investigation sites, the riddle challenges, ties are broken based on time taken to complete the quiz, similar to the mole. During dinner, Giles presents a message from the killer. The message states which guest had the most correct theory and is subsequently spared from the killer's next victim. The message fully explains how the murder was completed. After this, Giles hands an envelope to each remaining guest. Those receiving cards with the word spared perform well enough to advance to the next episode. The lowest scoring guest, along with at least one other low scoring guest, will receive a card with the word scared. As noted above, the guest playing the killer is unaware and how the murders are committed as the rest of the guests are, and so may also receive a scared card as well. However, the killer cannot be eliminated. The lowest scoring guest is then eliminated from the competition by having discovered to be murdered by the killer in some way at the end of each episode, as a cliffhanger, thus introducing the murder to be solved in the next episode. In the finale, the final 3 guests, the killer and the 2 remaining players, compete in a multi-part riddle and memory challenge based on elements from previous murders. The first player to complete this challenge is directed to the final room to confront the killer, while the last player is sent elsewhere and subsequently eliminated. The killer confesses his or her identity to the last guest and congratulates them for winning the game. That guest, the winner, leaves the estate with $250,000. Now, we cheered the whole season. Cam was a favorite, of course, and ultimately, spoilers if you have not seen, ultimately Cam is the winner. And Lindsay was the runner-up, and then let's see if it shows Chris. Lindsay was runner-up, Cam was the winner, and then, where's Chris? Chris was the killer, right here. And, oh, that's Lindsay. Where's Chris? Show Chris. No, that's the winner. That's Giles. I did cheer for him a lot. Here's Chris. Chris was the killer and the ex-beauty queen. A lot like the Celebrity Mole seasons. They did the ex-beauty queen or ex-model as the mole, which, you know, is somewhat, I wouldn't say it was predictable in this season, but it's almost an obvious choice now with that roadmap of the mole. I guess the second season of the mole, you really didn't think they would do that again, and with this one, you didn't think they would do that, but I guess it makes sense. And Chris was a great killer, in quotes, but Lindsay was very underrated when she played. She kind of played both sides, and Cam, from the beginning, I knew he would go far. Even though we liked the other one more. See, this is the confessional we were talking about. See, Chris didn't know, was unaware by production, so she kind of played along as if she was a regular contestant. So she would get spared cards and scared cards as well. But Lindsay really played a good game, even though Cam obviously played the best game. But I didn't cheer for Cam, like I said, the whole time, but I did really enjoy Cam. So this is them kind of breaking down what they thought might have happened to the victim and how the killer maybe could have done it. And a lot of these people didn't have the whole story, maybe like Cam did, but they kind of pieced it together and kind of guessed what it could be. So I hope you really enjoyed this one and the last episode, Pirate Master. Whodunnit is actually on YouTube. You can watch the whole season on there. Just type in Whodunnit season or Whodunnit episode, and it should have a playlist of all the episodes on there. Really fantastic show, and one that we did watch every week. With streaming now, there is once a week where you do that, but Survivor back in the day, the early seasons, Pirate Master, the first couple, all the way through Whodunnit, we would watch every week, tune in, and you had to wait a whole week to see the next episode and theorize what it could be, who was going next, that type of thing. So anyway, we'll do more of these, I'm sure, but I wanted to start off with a bang with my favorite two series that were kind of underrated and maybe forgotten. And really, the only thing out there I saw was Rob C. of Survivor fame. Rob has a podcast. He has a YouTube channel where he breaks down episodes of Pirate Master. That is really the only thing I saw on these series anybody talk about. So hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, share with a TV show lover. Until next time, keep collecting.